Wake up!
Welcome to ZMass Productions Nerd News, episode 15. I'm Luke, and right next to me is Jeremy.
Yep, we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff today.
Yep,
Bunch of stuff.
things happened. Video game news this week. We have Dawn of War, the whole series. The series got a new map, and it's a free-to-play weekend. 75% off on all games.
Cool beans. Go buy Dawn of War.
Yep.
If you don't
for
have
super
it already.
cheap. I think it was like around $13 for the 3 games.
For Dawn of War 2 and the expansions.
Yep. Which is pretty good.
Because there's also a Dawn of War 1 and like 12 expansions. Yeah. But I already own those.
Yeah.
So.
And then they have like a franchise pack for I think $30.
If you want to buy all of them and play all of them.
Indeed. Also, as we mentioned in a previous week, WildStar is getting its free-to-play launch. And with the launch, they're going to get a graphical overhaul, primarily with lighting improvements, skybox improvements, and viewing distance improvements. Also, Shenmue 3 has started a Slacker backer campaign for more fundraising and hopes to aid the chance of a PC release.
Dubious.
Well, it's also because I think the fundraising wasn't open for certain countries, and they wanted to announce it for Japan.
How much did they raise?
I don't remember.
I think it was
in the
millions.
It was a lot.
You don't need any more fucking money.
So anyway, also, Might and Magic Heroes 7 is releasing on September 29th, so this next week, this Tuesday, and they released a 101 trailer, and it breaks down the entire game for you, basically, like what you can expect from the game, how to play it, what's the story, everything.
I bet you there's gonna be magic, and there might even be heroes.
Yep. But so yeah, and then finally, we also have news. We also have news for you. Link below. PC Gamer released a bunch of release dates for upcoming PC games from now until December.
Yay!
So check that out if you're interested.
It's finally video game season.
Yep.
Thank goodness. I was getting bored.
So, any stories jump out to you this week? Speculate on.
No. Dawn of War is cool, but I have them already.
Yeah.
I don't have Retribution, but I haven't beaten Lords of Chaos or whatever yet. So I don't really care. I'll probably pick it up.
I beat the first 2 because they have a through story, but then once you get the Retribution, they kill that leveling curve like through story. So you're using completely different units for different campaigns of different species instead, kind of like old school StarCraft or whatever. Where it's like you go from one story for just one species to another story for another species, etc. And there's not really that leveling up mode to keep you into it anymore either. So it was they kind of like just changed the entire game on you for Retribution.
I remember when that came out, they were talking and it was coming with big changes.
Yeah, and that kind of killed it for me because that through story is what kept me playing, so interested in the campaign. But then in Retribution, it's kind of hard to get your mojo going again when that whole story.
Stop-start when you start as a faction, then you go over to a different faction, then you keep switching factions.
And it's just
stop-start.
Yeah, it's very awkward. Especially say like it doesn't go very well off the story from where it left off, even though it comes off the same story. So
they should just do really what they did for the first one.
Yeah.
And just have completely separate campaigns. Different. You don't even need characters. It's fucking Dawn of War. You just want to blow shit up.
Yeah.
They should not have. I don't know. Dawn of War 1 was still also better than Dawn of War 2.
Yeah.
I have to say.
Okay.
But
I don't know. I didn't play the first one.
I played Dawn of War 2 before I played Dawn of War 1, actually. That's what made me go back and play the Dawn of War 1.
Gotcha. But yeah. For me, it was, I don't know, I think Might and Magic kind of stands out for me a bit because I remember the Might and Magic 3. The complete edition. I haven't bought the HD remaster on Steam because it's not the complete edition. And it's a little too much money for the non-complete edition to be remastered. So I haven't shelled out for that. But Might and Magic Heroes, it looks like they're bringing back a lot of the old school feel to it, while making massive improvements and adding. They're kind of doing a map system that's very similar to like Total War. On
Like
top
a
of other
campaign
stuff,
map
yeah,
kind of
a
deal.
very cool looking campaign map that's very similar to that style with the way it overlooks. But then they have like the same old, like your main base still looks the same, or it's like a pretty picture type thing, and it looks better as you make improvements and that type of stuff. And it's got a bunch of
I think we're getting
trees
a
and
little
other
beyond
things.
that. I don't know.
And then they improved the whole grid battle system by adding flanking and a bunch of other new things. So
They're
yeah.
finally getting into the early 2000s
Yeah.
with their game. Congratulations,
Yep.
Might and Magic.
But yeah, it looked pretty cool. Check out the trailer. And that's it for video game news. All links will be below for you to click on and check out the stories more thoroughly.
Yep.
So what happened in movie news, Jeremy?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, more
It's
important.
turning into a theme.
Yes. John Wick 2 is supposed to be starting filming this fall, so anytime now. Keanu Reeves is back. They got some people to write it, which is good. I don't think they had anybody writing the last one. I think they just winged it.
Well, you're kind of missing it. They brought back the same directors and the same writer.
It was written?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they just
Yeah.
winged it. Like, oh, just shoot that guy and that guy and that guy.
Yeah, but it's the fact that they're bringing back the same team, so it should have
Well-
the same feel. Because I'd hate to see a John Wick sequel without
you're
the same
gonna see
team.
it.
Without the same team.
Well, I don't know.
So it's nice to have them so you can develop the same lore that they're kind of building in it. Because they had some really cool lore with like the hotel and all that other stuff.
Yeah. We'll see if any of that's in the second one anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, are they going to kill his new dog or something? Where do you go?
I don't know, but they're going somewhere. So
You
what
got a
else?
cat this time and a turtle. They killed his turtle.
The cat ate the turtle and blamed it on the mob.
Yep.
There we go.
Spoilers.
So yes,
Also, speaking of spoilers, this is a possible spoiler.
possible. Not really, but
No.
awesome.
Max von Sydow?
Max von Sydow?
Sydow? That's a
Sydow?
Yeah, that guy. Roll as a man in possession of information about Luke Skywalker's location, whereabouts. Yeah. Also, the
John Boyega playing Finn,
I don't know who
the
that
black
is.
guy
Oh.
in the trailer.
I'm gonna start that over now.
Okay.
Also, John Boyega stated that the script made him cry.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a very sad movie for that guy.
That or the script was just that impressive that he was brought to tears.
I doubt it. It's Star Wars.
Yep.
Next up, apparently, Wolverine wants Mad Max to be Wolverine. Which I could see that. That would work fine, I guess.
Yeah,
Tom Hardy's a good actor.
he is.
Not a very good Jean-Luc Picard, though.
Yeah, that was awkward.
Well, the movie was fine, I guess.
Yeah.
But also, well, you're gonna cut all this anyways. Also, Ryan Reynolds was talking about the Fantastic Four flop,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of sympathizing for the cast of this show because he knows what it's like to be in a terrible comic book movie. And hopefully
He's got two of them under his belt.
What was the other one?
Origins and Green Lantern.
Oh yeah, Origin. That one, to be honest, like I only saw like maybe 10 minutes of that, and I kind of forgot it existed.
See, it's proof that it was terrible.
Oh, it's proof that I was not interested in any of the
True.
X-Men movies
Sure.
because I didn't like the second one. Even though everybody's like, "Oh, the second one's good," it was the third one that sucked. I didn't even watch the third one because I didn't like the second one. And I didn't watch X-Men Origins or First Class, even though people say that's good. I don't. Days of Future Past was legitimately good, though.
Aside from the Magneto abducting the Sentinels with weird metal strings.
He was playing them like puppets.
I did not like that part of the movie.
Why?
Just stupid.
I don't know.
That and the animation kind of broke itself for a little bit during that scene. So yeah. What else happened?
Nothing. They're making another Men in Black trilogy because that is what the world is screaming for.
Mm-hmm.
More men in suits fighting aliens. Being the world's worst police force.
Yeah, pretty bad at their job.
They're terrible.
That's pretty much the premise of the first 3 movies.
Yeah. They're
bad
awful at
their
everything they do.
job.
Except time travel. Because somehow they can
Do
manage time travel without destroying the universe.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't catch
And right on a
a
gyro.
bug monster.
On like a gyro motorcycle thing.
And they have to neuralize all of New York City. At least once.
Yep.
They seem to not understand how cameras work. Because, oh, look!
The neuralizer wipes cameras too.
No,
I
it
guess.
doesn't. It doesn't, though.
I know it does it, but that's kind of what happens.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Sure.
For their magic purposes.
So, anything jump out at you?
For me, I actually do not like the people going crazy about the Hugh Jackman Wolverine thing. Because I personally don't want them to push Wolverine anymore.
Well, they're gonna keep doing it because he's popular.
I know, but that's my point. Why I don't want them to push him anymore. Just because somebody's popular doesn't mean it's gonna make your movies any better.
They don't care if the movies are good. All they want.
I don't care about what they care about.
Well,
I'm just stating. I'm trying to finish my point here. My point is that with Wolverine, what they've been doing is they've been focusing the story around the character. The character is supposed to serve the story. That's how you write a good story. Even if the story is about the character, you still have to have it so that the character is in service to the story. But with Wolverine, they write everything around him so they can incorporate him and get people's butts in the seats, creating terrible freaking movies. And if they get a big name actor again to play a very popular character again, they're just going to fucking force it right down your throat.
Is Tom Hardy that big a name, though?
He actually kind of is.
He's a good actor, and he's been in lots of good stuff.
He's a good actor, but he's a pretty big name.
He's not that big a name, though.
He actually has.
But then again, neither was Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
So
it's just like, I just feel like they need to focus their efforts somewhere else, not on the character of Wolverine. So if Wolverine being kind of retired, put down as a character by the person playing him walking off, if they recast him, I'd rather them recast him as what Wolverine is meant to be, a supporting character. Because that's where he works best, is as somebody who's that grizzled dude who you like, but he's in the background doing what he's got to do.
Yeah,
that's Wolverine.
That would be ideal for future X-Men movies.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm hoping that they would do.
And maybe let fewer terrible Wolverine movies.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't give a fuck about the story.
I know.
They're cynical Hollywood assholes. All they care about is how much this movie costs and how much it's going to make.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that's why I'm not so into the hype train of that type of shit. When they're saying, "Oh, you should play this character should play it," I'm like, no, I don't want somebody who's a top billing actor coming in playing a character that's a top billing character, because that's like suicide.
Ryan Reynolds, you fucking dick. Oh, I fucking hate that Deadpool movie. Oh wait, we were talking about Wolverine.
But yeah, so that's what jumps out at me, and
yeah, fuck you, Ben Affleck.
Reasons.
His name is Affleck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Words. So yeah, rant over. What jumped out at you?
Probably the same thing as you, because I'm sick of Wolverine. I've been sick of Wolverine for a while now.
Yeah.
Also, Star Wars is always cool. Don't give a fuck about the spoiler because it doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, it does.
It's not really a spoiler.
It's not. It's
they
just
have to find Skywalker.
It's a
big
premise.
deal. Yeah.
That everybody's been hinting to, and it's actually also a rumored spoiler. So we don't even know if that's what his character actually is.
Yeah. And who cares? It's a minor character anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what's gonna be the first hour of the movie talking to this guy. I hope.
Yeah.
We gotta find this guy so we can find this other guy movie.
We hired this
Oh fuck.
famous old actor Max von Sydow to play a role of talking as an old guy for information on another old guy. And we're just gonna sit here for 30 minutes listening to him talk about this other old guy.
I thought Lucas wasn't directing this one.
Yep. And now we're on to TV news.
Yep.
This week in
All
TV
that
news.
TV news.
Yep. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. released the first 4 minutes of their first episode for the upcoming season, starting this upcoming Tuesday on September 29th.
Was it good?
It was pretty good.
Did it make you cream a little?
No.
Oh.
It was good. They kept in line with the... It's nice to see us when they're keeping the same momentum going from the last season. And that's basically what they're doing.
You would think that would be hard to do. Because there's such a long break.
I know.
That even from shooting the seasons, the characters to have that same kind of momentum.
Yeah, but they have
usually
in that 4 minutes it picked up the same momentum or feel. So that was pretty cool. Nice to see that show really coming around and coming into its own since second season. Because first season, good God. So yeah, also in TV news, last week Nickelodeon announced that they're doing a 90s TV block dubbed The Splat from 10 p.m. until 6 a.m. and airing in that hour some of the shows. Oh wow. Yes.
Jeez.
So the shows are going to include Cat Dog, Hey Arnold, Ren and Stimpy, and the Rugrats, and more. More 90s shows in that hour block stuff things.
Well, they're competing with Adult Swim.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
With one show that's actually funny. Then again, I didn't
and some of the shows that are pretty nostalgic.
I
Like
didn't
Rugrats.
have Nickelodeon in the 90s.
I did for a
did
little
watch
bit.
Ren and Stimpy as often.
I
as
did for a
could.
tiny bit, and like out of the only shows that really stood out to me are Ren and Stimpy and Rugrats. Those are those shows that I actually kind of watched. And then also Titans. The Teen Titans inspired live-action TV show is apparently still under development after apparently getting rejected.
They should just stick with that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need a Teen Titans show. We already have one. And it's a crappy cartoon. We actually have two. One is good, one is crap. Why do they have to dumb down the shows that I like? Pretty soon...
Because they want to.
Oh, because they're for little tiny babies.
I know. There's not many people. There's not many people who like Teen Titans Go. Anyway.
Little tiny babies do.
Game of Thrones. Some pictures of the set were released that shows a possible large battle. In a show about large battles. So yeah.
It showed a castle.
Yep.
And some tents.
Yep.
That they assume siege. I assume craft service table.
So what stood out to you?
Well,
what would you like to talk
the
about?
video on the Nerdist article for the Game of Thrones is what I would like to talk about.
All right, go for it.
I disagree wholeheartedly. Well, not wholeheartedly, half-heartedly.
Incoming Jeremy's rebuttal.
So Ms. Chobot, let's just call it that.
Was reading off of a teleprompter.
Well, that's what she does. We read off a computer.
True.
We're too
for
poor
summaries,
for teleprompter.
then we talk about it.
But she's an actress. If you've played Mass Effect 3, you know that. She's an amazing voice actress. Anyway.
Oh, that was such a terribly rendered version of her, too.
They did what they could with the 5 minutes they had.
Yep.
Anyway, back on to the point. So the video goes in to say how, well, first of all, Jon Snow will be resurrected. We don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's off to the side. He's dead. And she's talking that she thinks that it's going to be Miss Stoneheart, which is Catelyn Stark's...
Or Lady Stoneheart, or whatever.
Whatever. Stoneheart, which is Catelyn Stark's resurrectedness.
Mm-hmm.
She's not undead.
Okay.
She is what Beric Dondarrion is. So she's alive. She's just not a little worse for wear.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta eat through the... she can only eat pudding. But they're saying that it's her, and they're gonna fight, and she's leading an army. That's their theory.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be, although there are some other sieges that are legitimately in the books that they didn't cover or get into at all. So it could be one of those. It could be a siege at Marine, which they didn't get into at all. Mm-hmm. And I don't really know why they would now, but hey, could be. It could be the spoilers, if you haven't read the books. It could be Aegon Targaryen coming from across the Narrow Sea with the Second Sons. He takes a castle in the books, a small keep, and starts a next. I can't remember what it's called. War of Conquest.
Of something. Yep. Okay.
I can't remember what the first war was called with the founding of King's Landing. Not the point though. But it could.
He has mentioned it before on the show.
I'm sure I have.
So go back to
it could easily be that. It could also be the Battle of the Trident. Mm-hmm. That was a siege of River Run. We know that there are going to be flashbacks.
Yep. Could
be that. Maybe they're going to show Renly and... Not Renly. Fuck names. Robert and Rhaegar kill each other. Or at least Robert kill Rhaegar. Mm-hmm. That'd be fun. That was a siege. There's lots of sieges. You can't just say, oh, it's that one.
Yeah.
Also, Jon Snow's fucking dead. Deal with it. God. I hope he comes back as a White Walker and kills everybody that you people love.
Comes back as a White Walker and just goes on, like, a spree killing his family.
Both of them.
Just because it would
and
be
then
ridiculous.
Bran kills him.
Yep.
With his magic powers.
Mm-hmm. He gets more powerful.
He cuts off his head and then lightning everywhere. There can be only one Stark!
Bran creates...
But I'm not a Stark, I'm a Targaryen! Spoilers! No, just kidding. That's not true either. Actually, it could be. That would be pretty cool.
That would be cool, but that's a crazy fan theory. Yeah, fan theory that keeps going around.
Yeah, and it's entirely possible. I watched that YouTube video, and I can't say no, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So what jumped out at you, my friend? Also, Ren and Stimpy is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Kind of the Titans, because I didn't even know that it had a pilot that got rejected. I didn't even hear that they were going to have a live action TV show. I just remember hearing about it. I remember talking about it. And I remember that it was possible. I did know that they had a pilot already, script or written or whatever. And that they were going into development already. So the fact that it got canned, supposedly, but it's still on, supposedly, is just weird to me.
Well, maybe that pilot was terrible, but the ideas were sound.
That could be.
Or maybe they already signed the contracts with the actors, so now they have to make it. Even though I don't think that's how it works.
That's not how it works. But yeah, so it's just weird. It's got some really interesting rumors swirling around it that just makes me kind of like, yeah. And there's rumors with it because it's supposedly supposed to be on, I think, TNT, which is the last place I expect the superhero show to suddenly be on.
TNT, known for its quality.
I know, right? And it was supposed to be in the same universe as the CW series, apparently. And
Who owns CW?
I think. I thought it was NBC. I know it's WB, but I know that in some cases, like, because around here in Wisconsin, occasionally you'll see CW promoting like Fox Channel stuff, and other times you'll see it promoting like NBC
Maybe
Channel
our
stuff.
CW is owned by
That could be, or has
the
some kind of
same people
subsidiary
that owns the NBC channel. I mean, that's
Something.
entirely possible.
So yeah, it's weird, but yeah, there's I know it's WB, essentially, and
Well, that explains all the DC Comics shit that they have on there.
Exactly.
Just like ABC's get all the Marvel shit.
And it's just weird, though, to me that they're doing it where it's cross-universe with the CW stuff is supposed to be the same universe, apparently, as Supergirl. But
That's
not the same
stupid piece of crap.
But not the same universe as Gotham. But also was supposed to be the same universe as this Titans show that was supposed to be on TNT.
None of this shit makes any fucking sense. It doesn't make any sense.
And it's like, why are you trying to create all this TV universes to mold together when they're all over the place?
Yeah, like...
Because, like, with Marvel, it makes sense. ABC is owned by Disney, or is in partnership with Disney.
It's owned by Disney.
And Netflix, Marvel has a deal with Netflix.
Yeah.
So that's just two things to keep in contact with, which is perfectly fine.
Although, CW and TNT is still only two things.
Well, I mean, and CBS. Because Supergirl's on CBS.
Oh, okay.
So that's what makes it so confusing, is that's like they're just all over the place. That they're trying to tie it all into.
Well, now you know this Supergirl is going to be terrible. It's on CBS.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be made for 80-year-olds. Just like NCIS.
That's going to be its spinoff.
Or JAG. That's another show. Made for 90-year-olds. Just so that they know they're not dead. They hear the boring dialogue and they're like, oh, I was baptized, so I'm not in purgatory, so I must still be alive. Heaven doesn't have JAG, and hell, JAG is way worse than this. Because it's all that's on television.
So with CSI apparently ended, I think.
Well, thank God.
That means the spin-off to Supergirl on CBS.
It's going to be CSI Metropolis?
Probably.
Featuring Supergirl?
Yep.
She doesn't even work in Metropolis, does she?
I don't think she's in Metropolis.
I don't know. It's the only...
It's weird.
It's Metropolis and Gotham and everywhere else.
Yeah.
All these random
made up things that mimic other real world stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas in Marvel, it's just in the real world. You're just in New York, or you're in Chicago, or you're in San Francisco. They don't have these. They do have made up like areas, like the Savage Lands and shit like that.
And that African country that Storm's
Wakanda.
from.
Yeah. So finally, we're at that point where we tell you to leave.
Go away.
But before you leave, we have miscellaneous news.
Yep. Two Marvel comic stories this week.
Yep.
Hold on, let me read this. Oh, okay, that's the two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You should leave all of this in. This is riveting. It's very riveting.
I very might. Well.
Okay. So. I think I got it.
Okay.
I think I got it. I am prepared.
We are so professional here, people.
Yes.
If you haven't noticed yet.
Yes. First up, the Marvel's 90s comic has been announced to return as an ongoing series called X-Men 92.
Yep, because the cartoon series started in 92. So.
Very clever, Marvel.
Yep.
Also, the Inhumans got a costume upgrade.
Yep, they're pretty awesome. My big standout to that was when you look at Black Bolt's costume, it looks like something that you would see in the movies currently.
I wonder why.
I know, right?
It's not like they're getting their own movie or anything.
And like 2018.
Well, they do it now so that people are used to them.
Exactly.
When they show you the exact same
Especially
things
saying
in
that-
the movies.
Especially saying that people outside of the comic verse have no clue who the Inhumans are.
I bet they're not human, except for
Nope.
the Human Torch.
Nope.
Because it's in the name.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones aren't human.
Also, in our miscellaneous news, WoW has gotten a Game of Thrones treatment.
Yep, some guy made the Game of Thrones theme using WoW locations.
Yep. They only covered, I think, 4 cities right now.
Yep.
But there's room for a chance that he might cover like the whole map of Azeroth and make it a longer sequence. So that'd be
It was
it'll be
nifty.
cool. Could be cool. So yeah, go check that out. Links below. Or possibly playing with a thing for you to click on. All that good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all for the show today.
All right. Have a good week.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share,
Grope.
follow all
Follow
that good
him
stuff.
on the street like a stalker.